Hello and welcome back to Lit Sahitya. Today we are discussing a very important poem by Kunj Bihari Das titled Workers' God. So this will be a stanza by stanza discussion of the poem. So without wasting any time, let us get started. In the beginning of the poem, the speaker describes themselves as an ordinary individual who doesn't know much about complicated theories. The narrator considers themselves as highly educated. He talks about how they turn to God when they are facing difficult times, seeking help and support. But interestingly, they admit that when things are going well and they are happy, they tend to forget about God. They see God as a friend who comes to their aid when they really need it, but when everything is fine, they think God pays less attention. The speaker says that they don't visit the temple to make a show of their troubles or to ask God for the help with their problems. They also feel their voice isn't fit for singing fancy prayers. They don't ask God to only give them good things and spare them from any difficulties. They express a simple belief that God exists, and even though they may not fully understand everything about God, the stanza ends with the speaker stating that what they have said is the truth. They are confident about their beliefs and their own experiences, even if they don't have a lot of knowledge or elaborate rituals. This part of the poem sets the tone for speakers' straightforward and genuine approach to their relationship with God based on their personal experiences and beliefs as an everyday person. So in the second stanza, the person speaking continues to talk about themselves. They say, they means the narrator here, say that they are just an ordinary person who doesn't know much about complicated ideas. They sacrifice the hard work they do, like cutting wood, digging the ground, and taking care of hedges. They talk about how tough it is, especially when they have to weed fields in the rain. This kind of work makes their bones ache and their back hurt. When the day's work is done and the sun sets, they go to home but they are really tired. They feel a burning sensation in their belly because of all the effort they have put in. They are so caught up in their work that they don't even have the time to think about anything else, including God. They wish they could find find some time to sit and meditate, but their daily work that they compare it to squeezing the energy out of their body every day. The speaker talks about something very important. They work like this not just for themselves but for their children. They know their children need to eat, so they push themselves to the limit, even if it means enduring pain. This part of the poem shows the speaker's strong dedication to their work and their family, highlighting the sacrifices they make and the physical toll it takes on them. The vivid description provides a clearer picture of speaker's life, their challenging work, and their unwavering commitment to providing for their family. This sets a stage for the understanding their unique viewpoint on God and how it relates to their everyday experiences. So in stanza 3, the speaker continues to talk about their beliefs and how they relate to God. They say that they don't do the usual things like counting beads or repeating God's name as a form of worship. They have a different perspective. They mention Vishwakarma, a divine figure associated with work, and believe that this figure doesn't like people being idle. This shows the speakers believe that uh, hard work is important and valued. The speaker expresses their strong belief that God is a friend to those who work hard. This idea resonates with their own life as a laborer. They admit that they don't understand religious texts or complex theories, but they know something important. God is a friend to those who work hard. The speaker wonders about people who constantly call on God. They question if God would be annoyed by this, or if God would want to hear flattery. This shows their humility and their uncertainty about what God might truly want. The speaker also believes that God's compassion is like human warmth. They imagine God being with those who are suffering, like hungry, the sick people who are in tears and distress. They have a compassionate view of God, picturing God as a source of comfort in difficult times. Towards the end of this stanza, the speaker makes a plea on behalf of oppressed peasants. They ask God to listen to the plea of those who are suffering and oppressed. This shows their concern for those who are struggling and their belief that God should care about them. In this way, the uh, stanza shows the unique way of thinking about faith and God. Their beliefs are tied to their own experience, and they value they place on the hard work and compassion. So, in the last stanza of the poem, the speaker talks directly to the God. They address God with their sense of emotion, as if speaking with tears in their eyes. They acknowledge God as the ruler of everything, yet they believe that God listens to the prayers of those who are suffering. This highlights the compassionate side of God that the speaker has been discussing. The speaker reassures God that they don't burden God with constant worries and requests for their own sake. They see their work as a fundamental part of life and as a duty. They express the idea that through their work they are actually worshipping God. This connects their daily labor with their faith in a unique way. They admit that they don't know complex theories or have extensive knowledge. Despite this, they firmly believe something important, that God is connected to the workers. The speaker considers this belief to be an undeniable truth. So, in this final stanza, the speaker's message becomes even clearer. They speak directly to the God with deep emotion, talking about their faith, their understanding of their own role in the world, and their belief in the connection between their work and their spirituality. It's a powerful conclusion that captures the speaker's unique perspective on faith, work, and God's role in their life. With this, we have reached the end of the poem, and thank you for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much for watching.